Wyoming Wreck Treasure Reveal. I'm very excited about what is happening here. I just got this bag of dimes at a bank, $500 worth, and they told me, well, I got two bags for $500 each, and they told me that this one bag came out of one of their back vaults that had been in there for a very long time. They just don't know how long. But here's what I know. Look at this stack of dimes here. I've been raking through these for about 1 minute, and look how many silver dimes I've already found. 11. And as I'm raking through this, you hear this looks like one right here. See what this is. Let me blow the video up a little bit. That's a 1995. Okay, let's look again. Let's look while you're on here with me. Yeah, here's a 1960. So that's 12. 12 on this stack already. So I'm thinking, because they're all over the place, and when you look, you see the color, you can tell that's a silver dime right there. I don't even have to look at the sides, but I'm going to look at the sides just in case. But they're all over the place. This looks like a silver dime right here. Right here. Maybe not. This one right here. Get it right there. There you go. Right there. That may be a silver. Let's look at it. It may not be. Let me get this camera set just right. This is a 1998, so that's not a silver. But they're all over the place. When I get them turned sideways, I pulled out, turned some sideways a while ago, and there was two stuck together. So I don't know how many I'm going to find, but I'm going to go through these, and I'm going to give you a report. Here's another one that I just pulled out. 1951. Let me get this camera zoom size a little lower, and we'll look together. This looks like one right here that I just picked up out of the pile. $1952. Look at that. Unbelievable. All right, I'm excited about this. I found 15 already. I'm going to keep digging through this, and I'm going to see what I can find. This is the bag they came out of right here. This is the bag they came out of, and I just dumped them all on this. So anyway, she said she didn't know how long it was sitting back there. So obviously, it's been back there a while, because I seriously doubt it's a modern dump. Because people, if they know it's silver, sure they're not going to just dump silver like that. But that's what I've got so far, right there, about 14 or 15. All right, I'm going to get on to the hunt. I'll get back with you with a report in just a bit. Okay, I'm back with an update. There's a stack of 10, about 10. It's about 28 on that one. Here's another stack of 10 with a mercury dime, folks. Here's another stack of 10, so I've got 28 so far out of this bag so far. And look what I've got left. It's incredible. So I'm so excited, I'm almost shaking. So I have found at today's silver value at 3.5 apiece, about $100 worth already. Who knows? There might could be some valuable dates in there, and I start getting to those mercuries. We're going to find out. So I'm going to get back to the hunt, and I will bring you back in pretty soon. Keep watching to see how many I find. Please hit like and subscribe if you like this video. I'll be right back. This is Wyoming Wreck Treasure Reveal. Let me show you what we got so far. I've got almost 150 already. I started a little stack of mercury dimes right here, and I've got the Roosevelts right here. So they're stacks of 10, so there's 50, almost 100, and almost about 135, because that one stack's not yet 10. So that's what I found so far. You look in this stack, and you see that I've got a lot of coin to go. Now, I've been finding them in clusters. I've been, scraping through these like this right here, and I've been finding little clusters. I've noticed sometimes there'll be 3 or 4 of them just kind of almost like stuck together. So that's kind of different, but I guess they just stick together. Here's one right here. Let me get the camera pulled in, zoomed in. 1953 that I just found. And I'm laying them over here, and I separate them in a little bit and put them off over here is what I do with them. It's just amazing. I'm amazed. I'm really amazed. So I'll scan through these a little bit more. I'll see one that I can tell is a silver just by the face. And then sometimes when I find them like that, there'll be 4 or 5 of them together. It's just weird. Here's one right here. I'm going to pull out right here. I can tell by the face of it. 1964. Let's just scan the top of this together, and we'll see what we can find. This might be one. Let me look. 1989. Nope, not one. But see if I can find some more of them little clusters that I was telling you about. Sometimes I'll find them clustered up. It's just really weird. 2 or 3, earlier 6, and so yeah, makes me wonder how long this bag was sitting in the back of that vault. Anyway, I'm going to keep going through them, pick up a little handful here, and pinch the side and see if I can find anything here. I think I might have one there. No, those are all non-silver. I need to start going down to the bottom a little more, because here's one right here. I think this looks silvery right here. Let's see if it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, the side says it is. And the face of it is a 1947 or something. Anyway, I put it right here. I've got another stack of 3 going there. And anyway, I'm just going to keep looking and see what I can find. I'll bring you back in when I get some more finds. Probably when I get up around 200. Because I'm expecting 300 to 500 out of this bag. The way this is going. I mean, you see what I got left. So 300 is not hard to imagine. I think 500 is more like it. Okay, I'll get back with you in just a few minutes. Well, I'm back with an update. First of all, here's what I've got left. Look at all of this. I bet you I've got 2,000 dimes or more left. Maybe more. But this is the result so far. You're not going to believe this. So let me expand the video. And I almost have 10 mercury dimes right here. So let's just say it's 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100s, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, and 10, 220 dimes. Silver dimes, people. Turn these sideways because you can see the silver edges. These are all silver dimes, if you can believe this. So 200 and about 10 so far. And I've got all this to go. And if I'm just, let's say I'm just halfway through. I might not even be halfway through. I'm on target for 400, but I predicted the way this is going, I'll probably hit at least 300 or if not more. So at $3.50 a piece per dime, I have got close to $800 worth of silver dimes sitting here. And I've not even looked at these dates on these mercuries yet. And some of these I need to look see if there's a key date in here. So anyway, I'll get back with you after I make a bunch of more finds. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the final number is. So thank you for viewing. Catch you up on the results later on. Alrighty, we're still sitting here. I was sitting there picking through the coins to see how many more 1964s and older we could find, and we found a lot more. Here's what we've found so far out of this $500 dime bag. I'm going to restack them here in a little while, and here's some more that she just found recently. I'm going to restack them here in a little while, and we're going to see how many we found. From what I can tell, we're up in the 260s. So we got about $180 more worth of dimes to look through, because I took I took some dimes to the bank to cash in that these these coins came out of, and I got like $280, and I found $25 worth of silver dimes so far in this bag, which is 250 something coins, and we got over a dozen more to add to this. So, but anyway, the reason I know I've got about 180 left, because when I add what I got at the bank and the 20 something I've got in silver, and what's left comes to about 180. So I'm hoping we can find at least one out of every 45. So it's there's 1,800 left is what I meant to say. I'm hoping we find one out of every 45, which would give us 40. We had about 260 when we started back. And so that put us at 300, which would be really cool. So anyway, I'll get back with the final results here in just a few minutes. Okay, we're still looking through the silver dime haul. Might be a little bit of reflection there. Sorry about that. But my wife, my lovely wife, is still looking. And I'll show you what the count is right now. Okay, there's 8 mercury dimes. I'm going to show you those up close, okay? There's 8 of those. And look at all the silver we got here. I want you to look at this. Out of one $500 bag that come out of the back of the bank vault that they didn't rise in the back. Look at that, 1946, 1964, 1962. Look at that, 1946, 1964, 1962. There's a lot of 64. They got a lot of 50s in there too. 1960, 64, 64. Look at this haul. That's a 47, I believe. And there's 48. I mean, it's amazing. Let's count them up. Remember, there's only 8 on the mercury dimes right now, so I'm just going to count that as 10 until I get to the end. I'll take 2 off. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, count the mercury dimes, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. I don't know why this is going blurry. 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, and there's 5 right there, so 265. Yep, 265. Actually, there's 6 there, so 266. And take off the 2 because I counted that as 10. And there's only 8 mercury dimes, so 264 finds so far. I'll be back with the final count here in just a few minutes. All right, the great silver hoard search is over. My wife is down to the last few, and this is the bounty of what we have found. 267 silver coins are sitting there. 267. I got 8 mercury dimes, and then the rest of them are Roosevelt. So 259 Roosevelt, 8 mercury dimes, 267. Fell 3 short of the 270. Wow, what a hunt. I don't know. I'm hoping this ain't the bag of a lifetime. I'm hoping that I can get another one like this at some point. That would be great. But look at this. What a find. What a find. What a find. I am very, very happy with everything that I have found here. So, yep. Please hit like and subscribe if you like this video. And I've got another dime bag to do pretty soon, and from the same bank, so hopefully I'll get a lot more. All right. Have a good day. Happy hunting. Okay, I have dumped my coins in here, and I intended for that last segment to be the last of this video, but I got thinking, because she said there was a bag that had been back there for a while, so we've got the second bag out, and we're scanning through it. We're not finding anything. So I've come to the conclusion that this was not sitting back there for a long time in retrospect. And here's how I've come to that conclusion. Because we looked at some of the other coins that came out of that bag, and we found the newest was 2021. So that bag has not been back there all that long. And so what this looks like it's turned out to be is someone's dump. Someone just dumped a bunch of 90% silver. Now, can you imagine that? Is almost 270 coins, so $27 worth of 90% silver face value was dumped in that bag. Wow. What a great day. So anyway, this is just the bounty of what we found. And there's Yeah, about 267 of them in there, almost 270. So, yep, that's what happened. It's just a personal dump from somebody. Turns out that's what it is. Just want to get back on here and share that. So this really is the end of the video. All right, happy hunting, and I'll see you at the next video.